Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals. Good morning, hello. I am here to preview my kits that I just put out on Etsy last night. And this is the Fear Not Flipbook and the Bible verse cards that go with it. First, I'll just show you this. So I called it a flipbook because in my mind it's I'm going to make one real quick because I have a friend that I want to give it to. So I'm not going to put a lot of time into some of the things we normally do on a junk journal. So I didn't call it a junk journal. I'm just calling it a flip book because this is the way that these should be cut up. This is a 2-page spread this way, and then you're going to fold it down this way, and we'll open it like this, and you'll be able to flip through it and read all the scriptures you need to read on Fear Not. So I went through the Bible, and I didn't get every single verse that said fear not, because some of them were real specific to like Egypt and what was going on at the time with their situation. So I left those out. But the ones that apply to us, I put in here. Some are in King James and some are in New American Standard. I know some of you really like King James, but let me explain to you why I keep going back to the New American Standard. So if you look in the Rose sort of Bible reference books, it confirms what I had been taught years ago, which is that the New American Standard is, I was told, the most accurate translation. Now I know that'll cause a lot of consternation, but I'm just telling you what I was taught. And so it supposedly went back to the original Hebrew in the Old Testament and Greek, and is very precise in its interpretation. So that's the reason I chose that. And also because if you're giving these out to people who are not churched, who aren't Christians or are baby Christians, they have trouble with all the these and thous. Things have changed a lot, and a lot of churches don't, teach in the King James, or else these people aren't going to those churches, because I've been in some Bible studies with new believers, and they just can't grasp. You go through King James and they're like, what was that? What did that mean? So for that reason, I pretty much stayed with the New American Standard. But there are some King James in here. And so let me just look at these real quick. So what these are all pretty much the same size. There's a couple that are double the size, so you can put it in here and fold it up, it'll still fit. So this should be, I think it's 2 inches, and then the width of the page, maybe just a little bit short of it. So it will go, in my mind, where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it across the middle of these. So these are just pretty backgrounds that will fold down. So then you'll still have the white, whoops. Once again, I printed on paper that I'd already printed on. On your paper, it will be white on the back. All right, well, okay, so when you fold these down, you'll have white on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my scrapbook paper pads and cut out some paper. Now, the other day, I don't know if you saw my video, but I actually did a whole stack of papers. Let me grab them. And I didn't even know I was going to need them, but I picked a bunch of papers out that I liked out of this one pad, and I used some white gesso on it. And so I am going to cut squares out and just glue those in, and I might use some washi tape, and that will probably be all the embellishing I do, because I want to get this in my friend's hands. So I used flowers and pattern. I didn't get real carried away like I usually do with different pieces and parts. Now, here, let me put these to the back. I'll talk about those in a minute and this in a minute. Okay, so here are the pages. And so there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and then 15 because there's one on this page with the cover. So there's 15 of these. When you fold them, you'll get 2 pages, and then the backs will be 4 pages. So 4 times 15 gives you a 60-page journal. And there aren't that many, there are not 60 cards here, but it gives you room to do some other things. So I did do just a couple of pages. Usually I do a whole bunch. But on this one, I did 3 stacked pockets and 2 corner pockets that can stack. I made you a title here if you want to use it. And then I did a page of design strips. And what I'm going to use them for is I'm going to punch 1-inch circles out and tab the top so you can turn them down easier. So that's what those are for, or, you know, other things if you want to do what you want to do. So this is the title. Now, here's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure, but I'm going to cut these out. When I fold them, I have a feeling it may take more than one signature. So I did a cover, but it may need to be cut in half, and we might have to put a spine in it of some sort. I'm not sure yet. But this is meant to be the cover, and here's the title they'll glue. You can pick which title you want, Fearless, Fear Not, or No Fear, and it'll go right here, and that's your title if you choose to do yours that way. So that is the plan. And let's see, what else was I going to tell you? That might be, I guess that's it. And then, so then here's the card. So there's 8 on a page. And then this one has a big one that'll fold in half. Then I made this, this is for you to put somewhere. And honestly, okay, in my mind, this is what, these cards are meant to also be used, like tape them to your bathroom mirror so that you see them every morning and read them and get them in your spirit. Put them on your refrigerator, put them around the house. So I would print 2 sets of these. I'd print one for putting around the house, and I would print one to make a journal with. And I want to give a bunch away, so there's that. So you might want to print several of them. So anyway, this is just meant to be a little poster, so to speak, to put somewhere where you can see it. So there's 4 here for your journal. Here's 8 on this page. And on some of these, I just blew up the important, like, do not be afraid, only believe. And on this one, I did the same thing, only this is from Isaiah, fear not. And then here's only believe again. So you can have those large just as a reminder. And then here, I did the Psalm 91 because, you know, Psalm 91 is really the one everybody goes to. It's called, I think it's called the Soldier's Psalm, because they took it to war with them and put it in their helmets, and it was, you know, their protection as they were out there, you know, at war. They would read this, and it would give them faith to believe for getting through it all. So I did a King James version, because this is one that a lot of people have memorized, and I know that you probably memorized it in King James. So I did it in King James. I also did a New American Standard. So you can compare the two if you want to see how they look together. But here's another sheet that my printer printed weird. This came up just weird. It came up short. But anyway, there's that. And then this one is another double one, like this one. And then the other size. So anyway, so that's the kit. It's out there. I'm going to start on it right away because, like I said, I have a friend that she's going through something. I really want to give this to her. So I'm going to cut mine up. You cut yours up. And we'll meet back here and get going on this. I'm still doing the Faith Field Notes Journal. I'm doing them all at the same time. So those will continue on at the same time. But anyway, we'll get everything done. Okay, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.